here we begin with the third class for residential status. Yesterday I closed my class half an hour early because there was some schedule. What did you all do?
Mom, we had the financial management class early.
Okay, you had another class earlier. Great. Then it's good. But in case sometimes if there's power cut or sometimes for some emergency we need to close earlier, then 100% trust me and try this. Any one of you should come forward with book, without book, and say, okay, I will explain the basic and additional conditions of residential status. Another student should come forward and explain the table, yes and no. This is one of the important aspect of having a strong student mindset. I have got 95 in accounts, 82 in tax. My student, Achal, she has got 92 in accounts. Pranav, he has got, these are all long back results. I'm honestly being very honest. But I remember Pranav also got 87 in costing, 92 in accounts. I remember these were the two students in the whole class. Whoever has doubt, Achal will explain. Someone has missed the class, she'll say, come in the break, come before the class, I will explain. You know, some topics in accounts like investment, come interest, and sometimes if I'm late, she'll pick up the marker. Those days, these touch screen were not there. So I'm talking about pre-COVID period. So she'll pick up the marker and she'll write all the three conditions for the bonus issue and whatever it is on the screen. This presentation is required whether you are in practice, you are in job, you need to communicate. So use this as opportunity and utilize your time best. Okay? Chalo. Residential status, 90% of the portion is over in the first two classes. So I want to take up time. Yesterday I did oral revision. Coming 10 minutes now. I'm revising it with the book. And yesterday, last part, we have studied something very interesting for interest royalty fees. Applying that, 5 marks questions are asked. So that we will do. Okay. After completing the revision, there is 10% of explanation which is pending for residential status of all the SSCs. That we'll do it later. First, I want to take up past exam questions, wherein now it is a combined knowledge. Your first class was only basic condition, additional condition. Decide this person is a resident, ordinary resident, non-resident, what. Yesterday's class was, depending on residential status, calculate their income vertically. Today, I want you all to check all the past exam questions which are printed in your book. They are a combination problems. Decide the residential status, solve the question accordingly. So in case if the residential status goes wrong, the taxability part will also go wrong. Okay? So make sure 100% you should understand and then only say, yes, ma'am, I have followed. 100% you should write in your book from the screen the booster notes only if you understand. There you copy paste anything in the book without understanding. Right? Chalo. Let us now, I'm sharing the screen revising our yesterday's class. Ajo. Yesterday's class, and I'll also go then to the homeworks and all. So residential status is to be divided based on the number of days individual is present in India in the financial year or the previous year. He has to satisfy any one of the basic conditions to be resident. So what is the first basic condition? Can anyone say loudly what are the two basic conditions? हाँ श्रेया बोलो आप बोलो.
The first basic condition is the person should have stayed in India for at least 182 days or more.
Yes.
The second condition is should have stayed at least 60 days or more in the current year and at least 365 days or more in the previous 4 years.
Yes. So any one of the basic conditions satisfied, 182 days or more in India in the financial year, or 60 days or more and 365 days in the 4 years. Continuous stay is not required. The day you come India, the day you leave India is counted. So any one of the basic condition is satisfied. Ajao, first stage you have crossed, resident. Okay. Now, Ram, you say what are the additional conditions?
He must be resident of 2 out of 10 previous years and seven. And he must have said 32 days in previous 7.
730 days, not in the 7 years. Okay. So once again, both the additional conditions are to be satisfied. First one is, in the last 10 years, any 2 years, individual should be resident, not present, resident. And in the last 7 years, 730 days or more, he should be in India. Any one basic condition satisfied, both additional conditions satisfied, resident and ordinary resident. Basic conditions satisfied, additional conditions both are not satisfied or one satisfied, resident but not ordinary resident. And the last one is basic condition only not satisfied, he is a non-resident. Okay, right. Now let us talk. My screen is there on the exception to the rule. Exception to the rule where 60 days condition is not applicable. An Indian citizen who goes abroad for employment, an Indian citizen who leaves India as a member of crew of an Indian ship, an Indian citizen, person of Indian origin, who being outside India visits India during the relevant previous year. Okay, right? So these are the 3 cases wherein 60 days condition is not applicable. Indian citizen, person of Indian origin, who is abroad, visits India, should be in India for 182 days or more, then only they are said to be resident. In then one exception to rule we have seen, and that is this one. A person of not Indian citizen, Indian origin. What is the definition of Indian origin? कहीं तो लिखाया था ना आपको?
Their parents and grandparents were part of
born in undivided India. Great. Thank you. Person of Indian origin, staying abroad, coming to visit India. I want all of you to put this in bracket because once they ask the same question for Indian citizen. ये सब Indian citizen है, but this is Indian origin. Yeah. If he is in India for more than 120 days, his total income is more than 15 lakhs in India, and last 4 years he has stayed for 365 days, he will be resident but not ordinary resident. Okay. Same way we have also seen deemed resident. Deemed resident, number of days is not important. I want all of you to write like this. Number of days in India, present in India is not important. Ma'am, 12 days, 35 days, kuch bhi chalega. He has earned more than 15 lakhs in India? Yes. He is not paying tax in any other country? Yes. He is not resident and all by the basic conditions which I already taught you? Yes. Then he is said to be deemed resident. And mark it very important for MCQ. Deemed resident will always be resident and not ordinary. For deemed resident, just don't check the additional conditions, 2 out of 10 years, 730 days. No, deemed resident will always be resident and not ordinary resident. ठीक है? चलो, ये सब हो गया, clear है, this we have seen. Yeah. I want all of you to revise with me. I'm not revising these details now. What is income received in India? Directly, the first chance of occurrence of income is in India. Income received in India is taxable for all. Deemed to be received in India, TDS, PF, ESIC, yes. Income accruing in India, property is in India, salary paid by government of India, yes. Deemed to accrue, yes, right? So this is taxable for all. Now comes the 5th case, which is for sure asked in exam. Income is received outside India, accrued outside India, business outside India, but the control is from India. Yes, yes, no. These both the SSE should pay tax. Third one, no problem. Income earned and received outside India, from a profession set up outside India, source outside India, accrued outside India, everything outside India. Yes, no, no. First one has to pay the tax on world income. Non-resident will pay narrow-minded income. Receive, deemed to receive. Accrue, deemed to accrue. Over and out. And this one for 5 cases. 6, 5, 4, this is like this. I don't know if anyone has done step down method. आज ही मैंने सुबह किसी को समझाया तो मुझे याद आया. There also we go like this, no? Overhead chapter like this. So it's the same. So this part we have done yesterday. We also worked out nice questions. Presentation is important. I've solved a jumbo question. Did you all do the... Yeah, please ask. पूछो क्या doubt?
Doubt from the exception. We
Yeah.
have exception to the second basic conditions for 3 things, right? And the exception to this exception will be person leaving India for. I don't understand what is the 120 days thing.
Okay.
121 days thing.
I'll explain. 1 minute. We'll go to a notebook, बेटा. मैं ऐसे फिर से ड्रॉ करके बताती हूँ. आप जितनी बार पूछोगे मैं अलग अलग बता दूंगी आपको, बट आई थिंक आई मेड यू राइट yesterday, no? Yeah. ये देखो.
Yes.
हाँ. So I'll try to explain from here. If not, we can draw one more mind mapping chart also. See, first condition is 182 days or more you are in India. है ना? 182 days or more you are in India. 60 days condition is not applicable for person leaving India for employment, for person leaving India as a member of crew, for a person of Indian origin or Indian citizen staying abroad coming to visit India. How many days is applicable? Less than 182 days. है ना? इसके लिए भी. Now what did they say? In this, less than 182 days is non-resident only. But suppose he is of Indian origin. He is in India for more than 180 days. He is Indian origin. And third important condition is his total income in India is above 15 lakhs. Then he is said to be resident, but not ordinary resident. See, take a pause and check. Ma'am, you just now said Indian origin staying abroad, coming to visit his family members or for anything to India, coming to visit, then less than 182 days, he'll be a non-resident. Then how come above 180 days? ये जो gap है ना, above 120 days and less than 182 days, this is applicable only for people who are earning more than 15 lakhs in India. Are you of Indian origin? Yeah. Are you staying in India for more than 120 days? Yes. Are you earning more than 15 lakhs? You have to pay the tax as deemed resident. See, otherwise, if they would have not added this, na, ye agar add nahi karte na, so this person would escape in the third condition. He is of Indian origin. He is in India for less than 182 days, non-resident. अरे ऐसे कैसे non-resident? Your total income in India is above 15 lakhs. Pay the tax. You are resident, but not ordinary resident. Now you got it, or still there's confusion?
So for instead of using the second basic conditions, these conditions are applicable to these people.
Suppose you are in India from 0 to 120 days, non-resident. 120 to 181 days, non-resident. 181 days and above, फिर तो resident, क्योंकि वो 182 days and above हो जाएगा, तो वो तो resident आ जाएगा. ये clear है? Now I twisted this. 0 to 120, non-resident. 120 to 181, along with these days, are you of Indian origin? Yes. Is your total income greater than 15 lakhs? Yes. then you are what? Resident, but not ordinary. Ma'am, here also more than 181 days, matlab 182 days and above, what it will be there? Resident. दोनों अलग अलग है. और एक बात, आप जितने बार पूछोगे, I have solid strong patience. Unless I lose the patience when students are disappointing me for chapter wise exams and homework. तब तो फिर गुस्सा करके I will send you out of the class also. हाँ, स्टूडेंट हंस रहे हैं, मैम आप तो दूर बैठे हैं, हमको कैसे क्लास से बाहर निकालोगे? आई कैन. फिर से देखो ये. Still, even if you have followed once again, 0 to 120 days you are in India. In the three conditions, you're going out for employment, or you're going as a member of crew, or you are staying abroad and coming to visit India. Up to 120 days, non-resident. 120 to 181 days, non-resident. 182 days and above, resident. Now, same. 0 to 120 days, non-resident. But here, Indian origin hai? Yes. Total income in India, is it exceeding 15 lakhs? Yes. And then you will be resident and not ordinary resident. यहाँ तो अब difference समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think you all should take down this chart also. Even if you have written, you all should take down this chart. And 100% this tricks work. If someone is asking, यार residential status सब आता है ना, एक वो जो 120 days है वो नहीं समझता. You say, sit, I will explain you. You draw the chart and explain, and you will call me in final. CA final, CMA final में आप मेरे को कॉल करोगे. दीप्ति मैम 120 days वाला ना मैंने अपने फाइनल के दोस्तों को भी पढ़ाया. And the more confident, always I'm talking about confident, because I don't want you to come into doubts. हाँ पास होंगे, फेल होंगे, ये होगा. Nothing doing, work very hard. चलो, when you finish writing, you tell me, I'll continue.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else is having any doubt? Ask. Okay. So now I was reading the material and doing the revision. Along with that, in between, I also want to check up the homework. Did you all do Britley ka problem? He comes to India every year for 100 days. He's an Australian cricketer, comes to India for 100 days. He's doing this for the last 10 years. Yeah. So how many days he is in India for this financial year? 100 days. He is satisfying the second condition, 60 days wala. And he is an Australian cricketer. So that second condition is not applicable for whom? Indian citizen, Indian origin. Isko to applicable hai, 60 days. And last 4 years, 100, 400 days. So more than 365 days he is in India. So he is satisfying the second basic condition. He is said to be resident. Now additional conditions. Last 7 years he was in India for 700 days. Gone. He is not satisfying the additional conditions. He should be in India for 730 days now. But he is in India only for 700 days. So Bretley is resident and not ordinary resident. Now they have given some twist. Would your answer change in the above fact if he is an Indian citizen who resides in Australia and then comes to India? Yeah. If he is an Indian citizen staying abroad, comes to India, second basic condition is not applicable to him. So he first basic condition anyhow, because he's not there for more than 100 days. And second basic condition is not applicable if you are Indian citizen staying in Australia, coming to play a match in India, representing Australia. So in such case, he will be a non-resident. Third case, would your answer be different if he visited India for 120 days instead of 100 days? Yes. हाँ, but then with 120 days, उसका छोटा भाई कौन है? Twin brother of 120 days. Total income should exceed 15 lakh. Where did they say? Total income is not exceeding 15 lakhs. Answer will be same. In this case, Bradley's total income, acha, but here it is exceeding. Where is the income given? Question में तो income नहीं दिया हुआ है. If the Bradleys, if they have written, if the income exceeds 15 lakhs and he is there in India for more than 120 days every year, then he will be resident, but not ordinary resident. And if the total income does not exceed 15 lakhs, even if he is there in India for more than 120 days, he will be non-resident. They're very smart. They've given both the answer. क्योंकि पता नहीं है ना कि टोटल इनकम कितना है ब्रेटली का. ठीक है. Did you do these questions? Can I skip? ये किया आप सबने? Mr. Day is a non-resident, came back to India on April 2018 for permanent. What would be the residential status? Oh, after 2018, he's in India only. So he's satisfying the first basic condition, 182 days. But out of the last 10 years, 9 years, out of the last 10 years, he has been non-resident. This should not be 2018. 2018 ke to 365 days and all it will be. 1 second, dear students. I tried my best to read every question to avoid mistake. फिर भी कुछ ना कुछ गलती होती है.
It will be 23, right?
Yeah, he's not there in India, no? Does not satisfy, he'll be resident and ordinary resident. Since he stayed in India for 366 days. 7 previous years. It should be this year only. 1/4/2024 कर दो. 1/4/2024 करो उसको. I will still check. This is institute study material question. इसको फिर से एक बार check भी कर लेंगे, पर अभी तो आप कर दो. I will still put a message also after checking the date. I think it should be 1/4/2. Because if you take 2018, so he's satisfying now. 2 years he's resident, more than 2 years he's present in India, then he'll be resident and ordinary resident. ठीक है? चलो. Yeah. Now what we will do is, first we will complete the residential status of all the other SSCs and then I will revise yesterday's question. जो कल के question थे ना, वो हम इसके साथ revise करेंगे बाद में. Okay. Chalo, let us decide the residential status of all the other persons. Individual is over. Except we have to revise the royalty and all part. आ जाओ, अभी इसको करते हैं. We will do it in coming 10 minutes very quickly. Residential status first of a company. Residential status of a company. Yeah. There are two kind of companies we all know. Indian company which is registered under Companies Act 2013, it will be always resident. Very well, it will be resident. And then we have the foreign company. Foreign company. If their poem, POEM, likho, poem is wholly in India. Write down, I'll explain what is poem. Poem, yeah, is wholly in India. Then they are said to be what? Resident. Poem is wholly or partially outside India. It's a non-resident. Poem is place of effective management. This residential status we are closing here. In CMA final, CA final, you will start from here. There are 5 conditions of poem and all, very interesting. You have it in final. Place of effective management. Place of effective management. Place, see, Indian company is always resident in India. But when it is coming to talking about the foreign company, it's already a foreign company who is set up outside India. But is it wholly 100% controlled from India? Foreign company, place of effective management, 100% controlled from India, resident. Wholly or partially outside India. 80% controlled outside India, 20 in India, 30 in India, no. Partially, if it is controlled outside India, then as it is, you are a foreign company, sorry, you become non-resident. You can't become resident. So remember these terms, very important. Wholly in India, foreign company, then you are said to be resident. Wholly or partially outside India, then you are said to be non-resident. Second now.
How?
Yeah,
So
please ask.
The MNCs, global companies are non-resident.
Sorry, I could not hear you. Beta, come
The
again.
MNCs and global companies are non-resident always.
Yeah, yes. Depends. Now we have MNCs in India also. So are they registered in the India in the Companies Act 2013, those MNCs? Yeah. See, and so many global companies, where is their corporate office? To एक ही जगह होगी ना. They may have multiple offices in India. For example, right now to teach you all, I am using Zoom. Zoom is not having any place of business in India. I am buying Zoom every month. Online, I make payment. Though I'm making it in rupees only, but through specific card only because this payment directly goes abroad. They don't have any office in India. So who are they? Foreign company. Now these foreign company, if they are controlled 100% from India, then only they are resident, they have to pay tax. If they are non-resident, it's not excused. It's like Zoom, whatever you earn from India, you have to pay income tax, you have to pay GST in India. ये सब लगता है Zoom को भी. Ma'am, कैसे पता चलेगा? Because you said they are not having any office. Then one term is used here. It is called as IPA. Anyone in the class? IPA? जिसके बिना हमारा सर्वाइवल नहीं है. एक दिन घर में अगर इंटरनेट नहीं हो ना, हाँ, तो ऐसे बवाल हो जाता है. अरे वाईफाई नहीं है, अरे इंटरनेट नहीं है, जैसे पूरी दुनिया रुक गई हमारे लिए, है ना? राइट? इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल एड्रेस. Zoom is a foreign company. Whenever it is seen that the IPA, the user is logging in from India, that is all their income from India, they have to pay tax. There are ways to tap all that, but I'm not talking much in detail क्योंकि बहुत interesting topic है final का. At inter level residential status of company, you just have this much. But because you asked, I explained that internet protocol address is important. Anyone is having any other doubt? पूछो. Chalo. Now, residential status of all other SSEs. All other SSEs. Ma'am, all other SSEs क्या होगा? HUF, AOP, BOI, partnership firm, LLP. HUF, AOP, BOI, partnership firm and LLP. ठीक है? इनके लिए how do we decide the residential status? Again, heads and beings, control and management, wholly or partially in India, then resident. Control and management, wholly outside India, non-resident. Chalo, we'll take an example of partnership firm. Say there are 4 partners. Even if one partner is located in Delhi and he's also involved in the business from Delhi, that partnership firm will be resident because the control and management is wholly or partially in India. See, here partially was on the right hand side. Ma'am, why right hand side like that? How to remember? Because it's a foreign company. But here, this is HUF, AOP, BOI, all. Partially or wholly in India. A body of individuals there, 5 members. 3 are located in India, 2 abroad, resident. 1 located in India, 4 abroad, resident. HUF, Karta is having the control and management, the heads and brains of HUF is in India, resident. Karta only stays in Dubai and he controls the business from Dubai, non-resident, wholly outside India. Clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
So I hope justified that the last 10 minutes we have completed. 2 दिन लग गए रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस ऑफ इंडिविजुअल पढ़ाने को और भी थोड़ा सा बाकी है बिजनेस कनेक्शन बट द रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस ऑफ अ कंपनी residential status of all the other SSEs, right? Okay. It is very easy. Indian company always resident. Foreign company you are as it is a foreigner, foreign. You are getting the residential status only when control is 100% in India. Residential status of all other SSEs, HUF, AOP, BOI, all. Control and management partially in India, resident. Control and management wholly outside India, non-resident. ठीक है? That partially, थोड़ा सा भी India में. Now, as I said, I want all of you to write more booster notes only for individual and HUF. Additional conditions are applicable. Only for individual and HUF, additional conditions are applicable. And additional conditions both should be satisfied. And additional conditions are for PPYs. 2 out of 10 years, you should be resident. 730 days in the last 7 years. So, ma'am, individual to visa. Additional conditions. In case of HUF, additional conditions are to be satisfied by Karta. Individual, so we will see for himself. But in case of HUF, first you check the control and management. After that, additional conditions for HUF, 2 years out of 10 years, he should be resident. 730 days should be satisfied by whom? Karta. Yeah. Resident. I want all of you to write down what I am writing. Compulsory, mandatory. Resident for 2 out of 10 PPYs. ये हो गया. Or 730 days present in India out of 7 years. 7 PPYs. Chalo, let us do one problem for HUF. Anyone is any doubt, then ask till I shift to the of HUF. ये देखो. HUF is said to be resident if control and management is wholly or partially in India. It's non-resident if control and management is wholly outside India. And additional conditions are to be satisfied by Karta. A resident HUF additional conditions will be determined by Karta. Basic conditions as mentioned for individual are not required for HUF. What are the basic conditions for HUF? Control and management. Not 182 days and 60 days. But additional condition, who should satisfy? Karta. Next. Control and management means the decision regarding affairs. Who will take? Who is having heads and brains and power? And not DG or right to control and manage the affairs. This you can discuss with law, sir. मुझे लगता है ये सब terms आप law में पढ़ते हो ना. De facto control and management मतलब who will take the decision, not the control and management of the day-to-day affairs. That too we can have a manager also, है ना? Firm, AOP and all control and management wholly or partially in India resident. Wholly outside India. Wholly and partially को करो तो याद रह जाए. Karta satisfies both the conditions. HUF is resident and ordinary. Karta is satisfying one of the additional conditions or none. HUF is a resident but not ordinary resident. See, this is a question for HUF which they have asked. Business of HUF is transacted in Australia. All policy decisions are taken by E, who is the Karta, who was born in Kolkata. Okay. He visited India in 24-25 after 15 years. He comes to India on 1st April and leaves on December 24. Determine the residential status of E and HUF. Take a pause. HUF's residential status is different and Karta as an individual is different. Don't merge the two things. First, we will check the residential status of E. E came after 15 years for the first time, but he was born in Kolkata, Indian origin, staying in Australia, coming to visit India, 60 days, not applicable. 182 days, applicable. So, dekho, he came in April and he went on 1st December. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. 1st December is going count that also, it's 245 days. E is present in India for more than 182 days. So he's said to be resident. Yeah. But then he cannot satisfy the additional conditions because last 15 years ke baad he is coming to India. So out of last 10 years, 2 years, out of last 7 years, वो तो possible ही नहीं है. So Mr. E is resident but not ordinary resident. Clear to all of you, right? Then I want to pause here. पहले E का residential status clear है सबको? 1 minute, camera closed. Yeah. E's residential status is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very easy. है ना? Thank you. चल. Now HUF. HUF का control and management should be in India. Heads and brains, policy decision. Since the business of HUF is transacted in Australia, he's taking the major, ma'am, but 245 days so he's in India, na? But they clearly said that HUF's control and management is in Australia. HUF is said to be what? Non-resident. If HUF would have been resident, then we will take Karta's number of days for additional conditions. HUF resident है या नहीं resident है कैसे पता चलेगा? From where the transactions of HUF are controlled. So here HUF is controlling the business from Australia. So it's a non-resident. So no point going ahead and checking the additional conditions. Come now to company. Companies are resident or non-resident? Indian companies are always resident. Foreign companies, if the place of effective management, that's again same, control and management. OM is in India, wholly in India, then resident. Wholly or partially outside India, then not. Residential status of any other person, same, control and management wholly or partially. मतलब any other person other than HUF और वो सब के लिए which condition is applicable? This. थोड़ा सा भी control and management of HUF, AOP, BOI firm, LLP is in India, it will be resident. Foreign company, little also outside India, non-resident. Indian company, always resident. Okay, so that's all for residential status of other SSEs. Now, yesterday I have taught you all this. Salary, dividend, interest, royalty, technical fees, all paid outside India. And this I've already printed. It's very important. So I want you all to read with me. Whenever interest, royalty, fees and all is paid by Government of India, taxable, even salary paid by Government of India. I gave you the example. आज मैंने last 1 घंटे से एक भी example नहीं दिया. Yesterday for this I gave you the example of Ekta Tiger. Salman Khan is working as an agent of Indian, secret agents and all like that. So definitely he's receiving the salary from Government of India, taxable. Now resident is paying for project in India, taxable. Resident is paying for project outside India to non-resident, not taxable. Now non-resident is paying to another non-resident, not taxable. Non-resident is paying for any business connection in India. So the recipient is receiving the income in India, taxable. I have given 4 bits. You can make it 6, 7 bits. And this too I told you. If capital asset is in India, it's taxable. So yesterday we have solved all. I want you all to ask me if you have any doubt in this table. I think कल हमने एक नोट भी लिखा था ना इसके लिए, वो भी पढ़ लो नोटबुक में एक बार. Two more points I have added is dividend. Dividend and salary. 1 minute. I still want to revise for all of you. मैम याद हो गया है तो फिर और याद कर लेते. Yeah, this one. Royalty fees and all paid by Government of India, taxable. Paid by resident to resident or non-resident for project in India, taxable. Paid by resident to non-resident for project outside India, not taxable. Why? Because who is the recipient? Non-resident. Paid by non-resident. Non-resident is paying for project in India, taxable. Because non-resident is paying रॉयल्टी, इंटरेस्ट फीस फॉर हिज प्रोजेक्ट इन इंडिया, तो ये इंडिया में ही इनकम जनरेट हो रही है, वेरी वेल टैक्सेबल। एंड डिविडेंड पेड बाय इंडियन कंपनी, whether to resident or non-resident. If dividend is paid from India, very well it is taxable. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
चलो जल्दी से करते हैं। I'll not ask so much. समझा समझा समझा. Please don't get irritated. I don't ask like this because when I see your faces very clearly, but like too many नहीं दिख रहा है तो I'm asking. So otherwise, looking at the faces only, we'll come to know पक्का कि who is following, who's not following, who's sitting in the class absent, who's sitting in the class but he's not listening. His mind is stuck up. So I'll ask, क्या doubt है पूछ लो. Chalo, we'll do some very interesting questions from the book where I stopped yesterday, you know. I had to close the class earlier, तो कल मैंने stop किया था. But I did say कि these questions are homework.
13, 18, 19, 20.
हाँ, 18 से शुरू करते हैं ना फिर से एक बार डिस्कशन, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. David, a government employee serving Ministry of External Affairs, left India. Eve, what's the reason of giving homework? फिर दीप्ति मैम पूरा आप ही तो कराते हो क्लास में. To clarify the things more better. But when you do your homework, no, you are jumping up in the genuine wala confidence. बिना आंसर देखे करके तो देखो. Out of 5 bits 2 are wrong. Okay. हाँ चलो. David, of Government of India employee, left India for the first time in 22 due to transfer. He does not visit India and now he visited India in 24-25. Compute his income. Beautiful combined problem of 6 marks. Exactly the questions which are asked in exam. कैसे देखो. डेविड का रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस पहले डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा. He left India in 22. He did not visit India any time during 24-25. That means who is David? Non-resident. Yeah. Now, whatever non-resident has received in India, all that will be taxable. ठीक है? So he has received salary, taxable. Acha, Indian MSCs receive Government of India giving you perquisites and allowances abroad are exempt under section 10(7), right? So 5 lakh is तो taxable. उसके लिए नोट तो लिखा होगा allowances के लिए. ये रहा. Foreign allowances are exempt, received abroad. Interest on FD from bank in India, very well taxable. In agricultural income from Russia, ma'am, you only said agricultural income received from abroad is taxable, but for resident and all, वो तो non-resident है. Whatever he has earned, received in India, deemed to receive, accrue, deemed to accrue, over and out. So this will not be taxable in India. Rental income in Russia, no. So that's why you have to write like this, huh? He's a non-resident, so only income received in India, deemed to received, accrued, deemed to accrue will be taxable. Rest all will be exempt. Okay? So the total income is 5116 lakh. Answers are printed to give you the presentation. चलो next we will. ये आपने किया घर से? Have you tried it? Taxable, non-taxable, at least if that much you have done, it will be very, very scoring. Already these are past exam questions only and same are repeated. And the beautiful part is the 1 bit mark. है ना? चलो आ जाओ. Yeah. State with reason whether the following will attract income tax in India in the hands of the recipient. Okay. Salary of 7 lakhs paid by central government to John, citizen of India, for services. So government of India is giving you salary very well it's going to be taxable. Okay. They have given standard deduction. If the salary is received 7 lakhs, standard deduction is given up to 50,000, right? So that's why they have taken 6,50,000. And if they say taxable salary, so no problem. Standard deduction I'll teach you in salary chapter, so don't worry about this. Now, interest on money which is borrowed from outside India by a non-resident for the purpose. See, non-resident is paying interest on loan for money borrowed to be used in India, very well taxable. Non-resident paying interest, royalty, fees for any project in India, very well taxable. As the money borrowed is used in India, it's very well taxable. Next, post office saving account interest, 19,000 resident by SSC, resident SSC, taxable. But you know, post office may, it's, you know, nowadays hardly we use post office. Yeah, right. So now there are some bits here. Frankly, we can skip that right now. क्योंकि हमने ना अभी ये सब पढ़ा ही नहीं है. अभी for residential status important is post office saving account interest is received in India. Is it taxable? Yes. Okay, chalo, I'll explain. Listen, all of you. Coming to income tax. Post office, we hardly go nowadays. But I send all my books by courier. Tax, costing, all these books by courier, by the post office, speed post only, not by private courier. So, for courier it is used. For your envelopes and all, we use post office services. Other than that, post office is also having 3 kind of other services. You can open a saving account, put the money, withdraw. ND, Nirantar deposit account. Every month you can save 100 rupees and put in post office. They'll give you some interest at maturity. You can also make FDs and all in the post office. And for the girl children, Sukanya Samruddhi scheme is there. हाँ ये सब एक्स्ट्रा है जो आगे अपनी अपनी जगह पे आ जाएगा. What I'm saying, what is relevant, you listen. Now, whenever we open the account in post office, if it is a single account, interest up to 3,500 exempt. If it is a joint account, me and my spouse means what? For me, my husband. For my husband, wife, partner. So spouse, it's called spouse in income tax. So me and my spouse, we have opened joint account. Then interest on the post office saving account in the joint account, it is exempt up to 7,000. And now whenever you receive saving account interest, बैंक में, cooperative society में, post office में, saving account, I think everyone in the class must be having saving account interest. So check your passbook, you're receiving interest after every 6 months and all how. So in saving account, whatever interest you receive up to 10,000, it is exempt under section 80 TT. मैम क्यों ऐसे saving account interest exempt है? Exempt means that part is not taxable. So now they have applied all this and they have solved this question. ये देखो. How much post office interest is received by Ram? 19,000. So 3,500 is exempt because it's a saving account. And 10,000 additional is exempt. Karo. 19,000 minus 3,500. How much you are getting? 5,500. I'm waiting because you are listening to this additional knowledge for the first time. Check it. And when I teach other source, you should say, yes, ma'am, we have used it in residential status also. If you have any doubt here, I want all of you to write refer income from other source. There it's clearly given. Bank interest. Chalo. Royalty paid by a resident to a non-resident in respect of business carried out outside India. Taxable or not taxable? Royalty is paid by resident to non-resident. किसके लिए income है? Non-resident. For the project where outside India. I am paying royalty to say Khaimuk. Khaimuk is a person who stays in Thailand. He's a non-resident in India. I am paying him royalty to Khaimuk for my project in Thailand. Khaimuk is a non-resident in India and he has received some income in Thailand. Why he should pay tax in India? Logically you answer, not taxable, not taxable. Reason you can read at home. And sections and subsections, okay, not required, you can skip. Legal charges of 5 lakh paid to a lawyer of UK who visited India to represent a case in Delhi High Court. Very well taxable. Though he is an advocate of London and he is a non-resident, but he came to India, no? So non-resident, income received, accrued, all taxable. All cases, and my explanation is clear to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo, next one. Next one, I remember I felt so bad once I asked this whole question in the class test and some of the students got 0 out of 5. तो बहुत बुरा लगा. क्यों पता है? They just missed reading this one line. You read and interpret it. That's why I'm always saying, ऐसे ना एग्जाम में 3 घंटे दीप्ति मैम की आवाज गूंजनी चाहिए. Reading the question paper is an art. Read the question carefully. Okay? Right. Now, determine the taxability of income of US-based company Heli Limited in India. है ना? Determine the taxability of the income of US-based company Heli Limited in India on entering following transactions during the financial year. So actually, whoever is the, what do you call it, a receiver of the income, वो resident है या non-resident है? Sorry, 2-3 missed calls are there. Please read it 2 minutes. ये इन लोगों को नंबर मिलते कहाँ से हैं? You are a CA, you want loan, yeah. Earning is a great job nowadays and they want to give loan. I thought it's some urgent number 3 missed call. Come back. My question to you all was, determine the taxability of income of a US-based company in India. So who is the recipient of the income? Resident or non-resident? I want the answer from you all.
Non-resident.
Non-resident, तो ये याद रखो. Non-resident receiving income. Non-resident ना, ये देखो, non-resident ना, narrow-minded. Receive, deemed to receive. Accrue, deemed to accrue. वो हो गया. Now coming to this. Non-resident receiving royalty, fees, salary, interest for any of the projects in India. Then only it will be taxable. Very important in the last 2 questions and all this knowledge where students go wrong. I don't want you to go wrong is किसको मिल रहा? Who is the recipient? Non-resident. Non-resident receiving in Singapore and Thailand. Why he will pay the tax in India? He himself is a non-resident. Income is received in Singapore, accrued by non-resident receiving in income in India. Very well, it's tax. ठीक है? आ जाओ चलो. Maybe you have interpreted correctly, so this was an alert sign to add on. आपको 0 out of 5 नहीं मिलेगा. चलो. Now explain the rate of tax applicable. So 5 lakhs is received from Indian domestic company for providing technical know-how. Okay. 5 lakh is received from Indian domestic company for providing technical know-how in India. Very well taxable, because non-resident is receiving the money for giving services which is used in India. Hence, it is deemed to accrue or arise in India, taxable. 6 lakhs from Indian firm for conducting some test in Finland, not taxable, because this is accruing in Finland, received in Finland. Recipient is also non-resident. No. 4 lakh from a non-resident for use of patent for a business in India. Yeah, this is again taxable. See how fast you are doing. So this is how you can get a question in case scenario in MCQ also. 8 lakhs received from a non-resident for technical know-how for business. यही बात कर रही थी मैं. See, you yourself, H Limited is a non-resident. He is receiving technical know-how fees from another non-resident in Singapore. Nothing to do with India. Not taxable. Fourth one, not taxable, because it is deemed to accrue or arise outside India. Last, 10 lakh for supply of designs and all to be used in Singapore. Not taxable. And what is the tax rate for foreign company, they have asked. So do the total. One second. Do the total of the income, 9 lakh, and 40% should be the tax. And don't apply the surcharge, because total income has not exceeded 1 crore. If it exceeds, the surcharge rate is 2% and 5%. But on 9 lakh, 40% tax on this cess, and you get the answer. Yes, beta. बोलो श्रेया, क्या पूछ रहे थे?
35% tax, right?
हाँ?
Tax rate should be 35%, right? Indian company 30, foreign company 35.
Oh yes, oh my God. You know, मुझे 35 मेरे back of the mind में चल रहा था, but I said if I say, you all will get more confused. I have to come up with, because all the time I'm teaching December and January student, and you all are next financial year. बिल्कुल ये आंसर चेंज होगा, फिर से कैलकुलेट करो. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. फिर ऊपर स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन चेंज करो पहले तो. फॉर यू ऑल इन सैलरी, कहाँ गया वो सैलरी वाला क्वेश्चन? I was remembering in the bank. I said, no, don't talk, Dipti, they'll get confused. Thinking that you all are writing for 23, 24. टीचर का भी दम निकल जाता है इनकम टैक्स जीएसटी में, तो ये चेंज वो चेंज. Where we did somewhere, yeah. This salary you have received is 7 lakh, no? So 75,000 is the standard deduction and 625 it will be taxable. And this will also be 35% for sure. दोनों change करो. Yeah, please, how much is it coming? 9 lakh into 35%. 3,15,000 is the tax. Put it in memory. 12,600 is the cess.
327,600.
327,600. Everyone has learned how to use M plus M minus so that you do fast in exam. नहीं, सबका यस नहीं आया अभी तक. किसने नहीं सीखा M plus M minus?
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा, यस मैम, नो भी बोलो. नो मैम, आई डोंट नो बोलो. नो आवाज आनी चाहिए. नो नोज. चलो, गुड. Okay. Now this business connection and all I'll explain at the end, because this is very much linked knowledge. Directly we will first. Chota sa part hai business and professional connection. I'll explain it later. I want to take up some past exam questions. They are all actual exam, November 22, RTP, MTP, all questions. ठीक है? तो चलो इसको solve करते हैं. Problem number 21. very nice these questions are. Though you have done 20 good, quality good 20 questions, if you don't do past exam question in every chapter, we will do. Okay? Even study material, all the tricky ones where I feel students are stuck up, I have done. But if you do it again, it will be a double revision. Study material एक बार देखो और पीछे के questions जो हैं chapter खत्म होने के बाद. Do that. If you have any doubt, click it, send me. ठीक है? Combined problems. Now we are doing. Yeah. Shruti is Indian citizen, is currently employed with OC, Indian citizen. I am doing underline. I want you all to do underline, but please listen to two small things. Maybe I'm going little out of the way. 2 minute residential status को हटा दो और 2-3 छोटी सी बातें now only you remember for your May 25, September 25 exam. First is you have to use black ballpoint pen in exam, not any other color. Dipti ma'am asked us to use colored pen, red pen for learning. Second thing is don't write anything on the question paper. Now I want you to read the question and underline because we are in learning stage. So some of the students ask me, ma'am, MCQs may be pura calculator mein we are not comfortable. Then in your answer sheet, you can write one title, rough work for MCQ, and there you do all kitch pitch, whatever. Don't write anything in the question paper other than your roll number. And last very small tip, twice some students have discussed with me, they have suffered from this problem. So I'm saying, मैम मेरा पेपर और अच्छा जाता, मैं ना अपना कैलकुलेटर भूल गई. तो क्या करोगे? गलती से कैलकुलेटर लास्ट मोमेंट तक आप गाड़ी में बैठ के पढ़ रहे थे, गाड़ी की डिक्की में या कार में you forgot your calculator. I know it's very simple and it should not happen with you, but in case if this is the case, ask the office people to make a call at home, take their permission, make a call and tell them, this is my room number. I've asked my brother to bring my calculator. Please come and give it to me. Till then, I will use your office calculator. I'm building up a solid mindset. ये माइंड में बना के रखा है, थोड़ा लेफ्ट और राइट हुआ तो माइंड तो पैनिक होना ही है. इसे कंफर्म कर लेते हैं, रबर स्टैम्प. अरे मैम, व्हाई आई शुड नॉट पैनिक? आई फॉरगॉट माय कैलकुलेटर इन द फाइनल एग्जाम. Not at all a big deal. If you forgot your calculator, whichever college center you are there, office में calculator होगा, request sir, please I'll take your calculator. Another half an hour, my brother will come and drop. I'm in this room number, please come and give. And calmly sit and write your exam. I'm telling you, you will become the next CEO if over the period these chota mindset you are building. Okay? Nothing to panic. And I went to drop my nephew in the foundation exam, abhi jo last tha, at the center. I felt so bad. 2 o'clock is the exam, suppose. 1:45 is your 15 minutes of reading time. One day separately, I will explain you 5 minutes how to use your reading time में भी क्या क्या कर लेना. वो बाद में देखेंगे. You don't get your answer sheets. You just get your question paper to read and make a choice, right? In that time, some of the students are waiting in the room where you have to submit your bag, your mobile phone, and your valuables and take the token number. Because last moment there was too much of rush. So they were also, thero, and something went wrong. You cannot write any excuse in the final exam. So first of all, don't carry mobile phone and all. Someone is dropping and picking you up. Make yourself more comfortable in exam. And worst case, no one to drop. You have to travel alone. ठीक है, आसपास लोगों के फोन मिलते हैं घर में बात करने के लिए. एक दिन कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा, नहीं ले जाओगे. And make sure you don't miss out the time. If you want to carry your phone, your books, 1:30 drop कर दो and go and stand outside your classroom. 1:45 only you are allowed to enter. 5 minutes also reading time wasted. You don't know how costly it will be. Ask Dipti ma'am. May 1999 में मैं CA बन जाती थी. 196 aggregate fee. And then 2-4 दिन तो रोने धोने में चले गए. And then फिर मेरे को तो CA करना ही नहीं है. मेरे साथ ऐसे ही होता है. And then again I started after 2-3 days of time. Wrote the exam and cleared in November 99. 196 aggregate fee. Why you want to take the risk of those 5 minutes? I hope these small pointers are helpful to all of you. These are like, these are not like habits, dear students. Make it like your rituals. How we do rituals? टेम्पल में जाते हैं तो किसी को बोलना नहीं पड़ता है, अरे चप्पल उतारो, ऐसे कैसे चप्पल पहन के चले गए, अरे डू दिस, ए बेल बजो, ऐसे अपने आप होता है. So that should be like your exam. Your exam is a ritual which is giving you so beautiful degree, honor. I can't tell you, this is my 24th year, no, 2000 I cleared my CA. Still when I say in my samaj, in my friends, in my neighbors that I'm a chartered accountant, heads are turned. It is a beautiful degree. और फिर तो आप पे है कि आपको क्या ऐड करना है. तो बहुत अच्छे से माइंडसेट बना के आराम से एग्जाम लिखना है. ठीक है, चलो आ जाओ. कम बैक टू आवर क्वेश्चन. श्रुति इज इंडियन सिटीजन. अभी रीड करते वक्त अंडरलाइन एज इफ इट्स अ 7 marks question. She is currently employed in overseas company located in outside India. Why? During the year, she came to India 157 days. She is in India for 200 days, 100 and all for the last 4 years. Her annual income they have given. Okay. Annual income देखते से 157 देखते से this might be the case above 120 days. Indian citizen residing abroad coming to India, 60 days condition not applicable. 120 days applicable होगा, but for what? Yeah, 120 days will be applicable if the total income exceeds 15 lakhs. Aja. Now, Shruti is Indian citizen. She comes on visit to India 157 days and the preceding 4 years, 200, 176. So total is exceeding 365 days. Okay. Now, how much she is earning in India, excluding foreign income? Income from salary received in UAE? No. Income earned and received in UAE? No. Income deemed to accrue or arise? Yes. Income from retail business control from India? Yes. Income accrue or arise in India? Yes. LIC paid. If you pay life insurance in India, PPF in India, you get a deduction. So what is her total income in India? 18 lakhs and 1,50,000. This is new for all of you. बस अभी सिर्फ इतना याद कर लो. If you put your money in LIC, PPF and all, you get deduction up to 1,50,000. So 16,50,000. Yeah, right. Now, Shruti is Indian citizen. Visiting India would be resident if she is in India for 182 days or more. Not satisfied. She is in India for 120 days or more. 365 days in the 4 years. And her income is exceeding 15 lakhs. Yeah. So she has satisfied the first condition is not satisfied. Second basic condition is satisfied. So she is said to be resident, but not ordinary resident. See, some of you were having definitely doubt in 120 days from day one when I taught. I said, keep patience, keep patience. अभी इसके बाद हम house property सीखेंगे. Till 3rd, 4th class तक you will have reconstruction, doubt. Then you will be clear. Now are you clear? Yeah, Shruti. Are you in India for more than 120 days? Yes. Is your total income exceeding 50 lakhs? Yes. Are you Indian citizen? Ma'am, you said only Indian origin. That's for deemed SSC. Deemed SSC Indian citizen nahi chalega, only Indian origin. Abhi to chalega. So Shruti is resident, but not on. But she is, resident forcefully. So please don't burden her more. Don't check additional condition. She's always be resident, but not ordinary. Is it okay if we are solving like this, or you want to write in the notebook and do everything properly? You respond and I'll do.
It works, mom.
Okay. Others also, Ayush, Ram, सब लोग बोलो बेटा. ऐसे समझ में आ रहा है कि इसको लिख के करना है? Clear? Not clear. Shall we write? Okay. we'll do some more questions, but बहुत हो गया ऑनलाइन क्लास, 1 घंटे से ज्यादा सिस्टम के सामने बैठे, तो take a quality good 5 minutes break, be back, and we will continue with more questions.
अब वो तो बिल्कुल
नहीं अच्छा नहीं पिक पाए, मुझे पता है।
देखो मैं इतना नहीं
actually
Okay, let us continue. See, last 2-3 exams, if you check the trend, either it is 120 days or deemed resident, these are the questions asked. So concept is taught to you with example. Now solve these questions and see how you have to write the answer. Next one is also interesting. I hope this is clear. Shruti's question is clear. Right, now, Sarthak, an individual, he is Indian citizen living abroad since a year and 2006, and he never came to India for single day. Now he has earned all this income in India. Now single day also he didn't come to India, means only chance is he can be deemed resident because he is Indian citizen staying abroad. Okay, but it should be Indian origin, not Indian citizen. फिर भी देख लेते हैं. What is his income in India? Determine the residential status of Sarthak, assuming no other income is received. See, these are 20 to 23 problems. I have changed the dates and made it for this year. Okay. Income accruing and arising in India, not taxable in Dubai. Dubai is a tax haven country. You don't have to pay any tax. Income accrued and arise in India, 5 lakh. Income deemed to accrue or arise in India, 8 lakh. Income arising in Dubai from profession set up in India, 10 lakhs. Okay? Right. So, how much? Though it is set up in Dubai, but it is controlled from India. So, how much is the total income of Sarthak from India? 18 and 5, 23 lakhs. 23 lakhs. And he's not paying tax in any other country, right? Okay. So he can be deemed resident, but it should be Indian origin, not Indian citizen. 1 minute, how they've given the answer. Sarthak is Indian citizen living in Dubai who never came to India for single day since 2006. He should be non-resident on the basis of number of days. 6-1 is not applicable. Now, since he is an Indian citizen having total income of 23 lakhs, which exceeds 15 lakhs, and he is not paying any tax in Dubai, he would be deemed resident in India for the previous year 24-25 by virtue of section 6(1)(a). Okay. Deemed resident is for Indian citizen or not. Once more, I'll check in the books. So it is given. And he was there in India before 2006. So definitely it's assumed that he should be of Indian origin and Indian citizen, both. So taking that, how much is his stay in India? Not relevant. How much is total income in India? More than 15 lakhs. How much tax he's paying abroad? Nothing. If you're not paying tax in any other country and you are earning more than 15 lakhs in India, then it is taxable. 23 lakhs we have seen, it is taxable. Second, what would be the answer if income arising in Dubai from profession set up in India is 2 lakhs? Then 8 plus 2, 10 and 5. It's 15 lakhs. Just it's 15 lakhs. Then he would be not be deemed resident. Okay? समझ में आ रहा है? अगर income आपकी total income should exceed 15 lakhs, number of days stay is not important. Less than or equal to 15 lakhs, you are said to be non-resident. Okay?
Mom,
बोलो.
can you read the first line of this answer?
First.
No, Second bit, first line.
Huh. If income in India instead of this 10 lakhs is 2 lakhs.
Answer Ramila.
Yeah. If income arising in Dubai from a profession which is set up is rupees 2 lakhs. 2. That word is missing. Thank you. Thank you very much. 2 lakh. Instead of 10 lakhs. So then your income is just 15 lakhs. If the income in India exceeds 15 lakhs and you're not paying tax in any other country and you are Indian origin, I feel he's Indian origin because 2006 ke pehle to India mein hi tha. An Indian citizen, we'll check once. Okay. So he should be a deemed resident. Okay. But in the second case, he's a non-resident because the total income is not exceeding 15 lakhs. Third option. What would be your answer if Sarthak is born in Dubai and his parents were born in India? Yeah. Abito, he is in India only before 2006. So very well, he is of Indian origin. Now, if Sarthak is born in Dubai and any of his parents are in India, he would not be Indian citizen. But he may be Indian origin. When you are Indian origin, when your parents or grandparents, yeah, are born in India, right? In such case, the provisions relating to deemed resident would not be applicable. Accordingly, he would be non-resident and his total income would be 13 lakhs. If he is non-resident, see, right now, deemed resident ke hisab se is a resident and ordinary resident. So this is the income. If he is non-resident, then income received in India, deemed to receive वही तो ये सब taxable नहीं होगा ना फिर. Yeah. If he is a non-resident, his total income would be 13 lakhs. Okay. Income accrued or arise in India and income deemed to accrue or arise. Only this much will be taxable. This is the fifth case. Income accrued in Dubai, received in Dubai, but controlled and management. For this will be taxable only if he is resident but not ordinary resident. It is inferred that he is not a citizen of India since he is not note. They have assumed. It is inferred that he is not a citizen of India since he is not born in India. And it is assumed that it is not applicable for citizenship by fulfilling the other eligibility conditions. 1 minute. Let us go back to deemed resident. Only if there's a confusion in citizen and resident, we'll correct it. Income tax, you know, it happens every time there are changes. So it does happen. 2 minutes. अभी check करने. हमने तीनों conditions एक साथ लिख के रखे हैं. कहाँ लिखा था? I wrote no deemed resident conditions.
उसके ऊपर ही है वहाँ. और पहले. हाँ.
Okay. I thought reverse. It's written correctly only. Yeah. An individual being Indian citizen, not an Indian origin. Oh, I interpreted it wrongly. You got what mistake I have done? I said he should be of Indian origin. He should be Indian citizen. He's not paying tax in any other country. And his total income in India exceeds 15 lakhs. So this is also right. Answer is right. My interpretation went reverse. He should be Indian citizen, not. So in the third case, he is born in Dubai. So he is not an Indian citizen. That's why he is non-resident. ठीक है? Clear है? For deemed resident, it should be Indian citizen, not an Indian origin. नहीं चलेगा. And for this one, 120 days mein, both are there. Indian citizen only. Indian citizen और Indian origin दोनों लिखा था ना मैंने exception to rule. Indian citizen. और third one में Indian origin. I want to repeat the minuteness. 120 days or more you are in India, there Indian citizen, Indian origin both accepted. But while you are taking deemed resident, Indian citizen, staying abroad, not paying tax anywhere else, total income in India exceeds 15 lakhs. ठीक है. Hope this is clear. You want me to check the answer again?
No, ma'am.
Sure. All the three bits are different, but very nice question, na? The level of the question, it's a challenge to take these exam questions. Otherwise, we can do double the problems, we can do 6 days residential status, but the level of the question you do is very, very important for aiming for exemption. और सब variety cover किया है इसमें, सब study material, past exam, सब आ जाओ. Once again, first case, Sarthak was Indian citizen having more than 15 lakhs income. So what was the conclusion? He would be deemed resident. Second case, if the income is on less than or up to 15 lakhs, he will be non-resident. Third case, if he is born in Dubai, he is of Indian origin because his parents are born in undivided India, but he is not Indian citizen. Third case also, he is a non-resident. Deemed, excuse me, deemed resident provision would not be applicable. Now, next question. Roma. Oh, this is a very nice question in triple column you have to make. I think this you should do it as homework. Isko as a homework karo. Tomorrow I will tell you the total answers. Purposely because the answer is not printed and I'll make sure that I don't print the answer or I print the answer in bits. Only the main 3 totals. ठीक है? इसको पक्का solve करो खुद से as homework and you can share your answer in our WhatsApp group also or you can let me know tomorrow. ठीक है? आ जाओ चलो next करते हैं. Determine the residential status of Rose and compute her gross total income chargeable to tax for assessment year 25-26. 25-26. Mrs. Rose is an Australian, got married to Ram in India on 2nd June 24 and she came to India for the first time on April 24. She left India on 15th of September. So even though she came in February, our cutoff is 1st April 1st April 2024 से ही. The days she left 15 September also we will take. Again she returned on 23rd September. So there also we will take the days. Now on 1st April she purchased a flat in Delhi. So first you have to decide the residential status of Rose. Right? Okay. And then she has let it out to Sahil on a rent of 25,000 from 1st May, not from 1st April. So rent will be always for 11 months. Now income from house property is what we are going to do next. She had 1 minute. She had taken a loan from Indian Bank for purchasing the flat and all. ठीक है? Up to March 25. While in India, she has also received a gold chain from her in-laws. In-laws are relatives. So from relatives, if you receive gold chain or any cash or anything above 50,000, it's not taxable. Okay? Right. So you have to decide first the residential status of Rose. Okay? So pick up your calculators without looking at the answer. Can we calculate from April, May, and then June? April, May, June, July, August, and September. And she came back on 23rd. So 23rd to 30th. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31st. 9 days. 9 days. 23rd also you have to take. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 9 days. How much is it coming? 30 plus 31 plus 30 plus 31 plus 31 plus 15 plus 9. 177 days. 177 days. She's in India. Okay. So she is there not satisfying the first basic condition, 182 days or more. And 60 days also is not applicable because she came to India for the first time. She's not Indian citizen staying abroad coming to India. First basic condition not applicable, 182 days. Second basic condition, 60 days not applicable because that's applicable for Indian citizen and all. So definitely Rose is a non-resident. Baati khatam. Check the answer now. An individual should be in India for 182 days or more, or 365 days in the 4 years and 60 days. Okay. If the individual satisfy any one of the basic condition, he will be resident. If not, then non-resident. Rose is in India for 168 days and 9 days, 170. हमने एक साथ calculate किए, they've done अलग-अलग. Right? And the preceding 4 years, she came in February. So she was there only for February. February bhi kab aaye? She came on 18th February 24. So 10 days of the February, 11 days. 18 को भी लेंगे ना? So 11 days of the February, 18th February she came. And March 31. 42 days. No. So Rose is staying in India for less than 180 days and 4 years, maybe 365 days. No. So she is a non-resident. Okay. Now, ma'am, non-resident, should they not pay tax on any income? Yes, they should pay. Non-resident will pay the tax in only 4 cases. Income received in India, deemed to receive. Accrue, deemed to accrue. So here, rent 25,000 she has received in India. 25,000 into 11. Acha, from here now, this is a house property question. See, I'm literally saying when I'm doing after every chapter combined problem, it's so much of challenge for me also. The reason is when you do the problem of the past exam में तो आप पूरा पढ़ के जाओगे. अभी तो you have not done house property. So you don't know how to compute the income from house property. So just take it the way I'm saying. Don't worry about this part. This will be absolutely clear another 2 days. Mein. Tomorrow only we are starting with income from house property. So right now 25,000 rent for 11 months from 1st May. Municipal tax कुछ pay नहीं किए तो NAV. Whatever is your rental income, 30% standard deduction, because if you are the owner of the property, you are doing repairs, maintenance, खर्चे तो लगते ही है ना. So standard deduction is allowed. And interest on loan, 30% standard deduction is 82,500, and interest on loan is, I had done all this correction, maybe some other file got printed, ये बाहर अच्छे से लिख लो. And interest on loan, they have written it together. ठीक है. Interest, how much interest on loan they have taken for housing loan, and if you pay interest you get a deduction 185. So this cold chain received from parents husband would be exempt because obviously my in-laws are my relative. So income part I am only saying exclude, but tell me, Are you able to evaluate that Rose, you are a non-resident? One of my friends' name is also Rose. So Rose, you are a non-resident. Why? Because you're not satisfying the first basic condition, neither you're satisfying the second basic condition. Okay. Some of you, because you like so much 120 days and total income, you want to apply it everywhere. Don't apply this in exam unless you see total income wala logic. Okay? So we have done. Yeah, please ask your doubts. Kya doubt hai pucho?
1,50,000 won't change. You said 50,000 till 50,000 only is exempt, right?
Instead of?
You said the gifts from relatives can be till 50,000, but this is 1,50,000.
अरे गिफ्ट फ्रॉम रिलेटिव ये अदर सोर्स में पढ़ाऊंगी तब तक तो आप मेरे से 10 बार पूछ लोगे फिर भी गिफ्ट फ्रॉम रिलेटिव इन कैश एंड काइंड इज अलाउड एज मच. I can now give 50 lakh rupees capital to my son. No problem. Gift from unrelated person. Yesterday's case, it was friend. So, unrelated person. Now, what is relative? वो भी तो नहीं पढ़ाया अभी आपको. Relatives definition भी नहीं पढ़ाया, but brother, sister, mother, father, grandfather, like that, it is all relative. अभी के लिए, when I come to the chapters, I'll teach you the relative definition also. But when you receive other than relative in cash or in kind, if it is a capital asset like property, gold, jewelry, all that, then you cannot receive more than 50,000. And once you receive 50,000, like yesterday's case, you asked me, ma'am, 80,000 है तो 50 तो exempt करो, नहीं होता. Wholly taxable in income from others. Now your doubt is clear? Okay. Anyone else is having any doubt? So these are beautiful quality good questions. Only not included in this is May 24 attempt questions, RTP, MTP. So I feel on your table hard copy should be there 4x4 set. MTP 1, 2, MTP 2, actual paper and RTP. ऐसे अगर past 4 exams के आपके table पे हैं, solve it, your 50% of paper will be from that only. Every time. But of course, if you solve now MTP 23, 24, there will be some income tax में मतलब amendments होते हैं ना, तो थोड़ा सा अलग होगा. If you can work out like that, nothing, it's going to be very helpful to all of you. Chalo, last part now before we close for today. Business connection. Business connection and professional connection is so vast, I can't say, but it's all removed now from your syllabus. It's all put up in final. The one which you asked me, na, IPA address agar India ka hai, and so many e-commerce operator. Like I remember recently one of my cousin, he called up some of the protein powders and all from abroad. So it's like e-commerce operators, Flipkart, Amazon, ye wo. Maybe directly you are importing some of the products from abroad. So if they generate income from India, they have to pay the tax. But there are certain exceptions to rule. Now, what do you mean by business connection? Business connection is established when the entity is coming to India, doing the business and earning from India. Offline, online, both. You all remember when there was COVID and lockdown, then so many comedies and shows were there online. You had to book a ticket and from sitting from your home in your TV or your home theater, you can watch the show. You would get a Zoom link. So this was all kind of income. Now, business connection includes any business activity through a person acting on behalf of non-resident. See, coming 5-10 minutes, whatever I am explaining, there are few business connections. Even if they are business connections, they are exempt. For example, National Geographic Channel. They are coming to India and they go to MP. There are very beautiful forests in MP, like Kanha Tiger Reserve, like that Pinch Tiger Reserve. ऐसे हैं. So they do shooting over there and then documentary. they are going to publish in their home country. Can we say, oh, you have done all the shooting in India, pay the tax in India? No. Same way, we go to Hollywood, do the shooting over there, and that movie is by Indian distributor, producer, sab India mein hai. So can we say just because the whole movie, the shooting is done in Singapore, we have to pay tax in that country? No. So many times BBC and all these channels, we are sharing news and views. No, it's exempt. So now this is a very common topic what I am explaining. Kabhi ekhade bari पूछते इंटर में. Final you have problems also for this. Business connection, few cases it is exempt, not taxable. Few cases I'll tell you. If क्या example लें? चलो Zoom का ही example लेते हैं. If Zoom decides, oh, I have got 1 lakh business users in India, let me set up an office in Mumbai. Foreign entity coming to India, setting up office in India, whatever they earn in India, should they pay tax or not in India? Because you have an office. Foreign entity, yeah, they are having a handicrafts showroom, okay, in Malaysia. Now they come to India, that foreign entity, and they go to Agra and they purchase those chotu monuments. Agra ke chote hote hain na, monuments or souvenirs you call them, and they pack it and take it to their home country to sell. So just because you are selling India ke souvenirs, Taj Mahal to India mein hai, to that handicraft showroom which is located in Malaysia, should they pay tax in India on their income? No. They came to India, while coming to India, whatever they purchase and all, they have to pay the GST. Then on the airport, you have a duty drawback, and if you are not registered and all, you get refund. वो सब आप GST में पढ़ोगे. Coming to income tax, someone coming from abroad, setting up office in India, very well you are established in India, whatever you earn from Indian office, pay the tax. Anyone coming from abroad, doing all the shopping and purchasing, going back to his home country, selling over there, they're not liable to pay tax in India. That's the simple conclusion we should learn. आ जाओ इसको डिटेल में देखते हैं. Read the first line, please. 2 minutes. आप पढ़ लो एक बार. Business connection includes any business activity carried out through a person who, acting on behalf of non-resident, has habitually exercised in India and authority to conclude the contract on behalf of non-resident unless his activities are limited to purchase of the goods or merchandise for the non-resident. हाँ, अब इसको छोड़ के भी जाओगे, लास्ट पार्ट है, छोटा सा है, नहीं समझ में आ रहा, बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है तो छोड़ दो, समझ में आ रहा है तो टेक इट एज अ टीचर लिटरली, बिकॉज आई नो हाउ वास्ट. जैसे सिर एकदम करके नहीं पढ़ना है, आराम से पढ़ो. If your activities are limited only to purchasing the goods, NT. I want all of you to write down, it's not taxable. It's not taxable. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बिल्कुल भी टैक्स पे करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Next, but if he has an authority to conclude the contract on behalf, sometimes non-residents, they have their sole agents in India, then I want all of you to write taxable. Please scribble all the details, otherwise this is law-like, it will not be clear then. Non-residents doing any contract by sole agents in India, taxable. Only purchasing and going out, not taxable. They have no authority but habitually maintain in India a stock of goods or merchandise from which regular deliveries are held. Stock room in India. Of course, there is business connection, yes, and very well it becomes taxable. Foreign company having their warehouse in Hyderabad and they maintain stock here and they deliver from here, very well. There's a business connection with India and you have to pay tax on whatever you earn in India. Habitually secures order in India mainly or solely for non-resident or for that non-resident and other non-resident controlled by or subject to same common control as that of non-resident. Yeah, same. Again, that is also that if someone is doing business in India for non-resident, you are being the sole agent. Very well, it is taxable. Okay, very well, it is taxable. Now, business connection should not include income not deemed to accrue or arise in India, not taxable, market important for MCQ. Fifth वाला अब भी एग्जाम में पूछा था. 5 cases specifically they say no, this is not business connection, don't tax in India. First one, any business activity carried out through a broker, commission agent, other agent having independent status. If you are the sole agent of the foreign company, you are representing foreign company in India, you're caught up, taxable. But I am an independent agent. I work for foreign company, I work for Delhi company, I work, मेरे को कोई भी बोले तो my work is only to clear the goods from the port. I am a carrying and forwarding agency, CNF agent. Can someone tell me, oh, you are doing the work for foreign company, they are the foreigner, you pay the tax in India? No, because I am not the sole agent, I am the independent broker or agent. I want to read out again because you are doing it for the first time. A business activity carried out through a broker, general commission agent or any other agent having independent status, if such broker or general commission agent or any other agent having an independent status is acting in ordinary course of business. Routine, he is doing business. If you want, you can write not a sole agent. लिख दो, add कर दो. Sole agent taxable. Independent agent is like, I am the resident and ordinary resident of Mumbai. I'll work for foreigners also, for Indian also. You can't say कि foreigner के behalf पे आप tax pay कर. Purchase of goods in India for export. I told you Agra's example, not taxable. NT if you want, write it. Collection of news and views for transmission outside India. Huh? Whenever there is something like, suppose there was recently a landslide, no, somewhere nearby to Kerala, I don't remember the place. So suppose this news is to be shared in the foreign country's news channel. So, we share it with them. So is this a business connection and should they pay tax in India? Not taxable. Shooting of cinematography film in India, I already said. If you're a non-resident, it does not mean that your income is generated income just because you have shooted the film in India. Not taxable. Activities of foreign company are confined to display of rough diamonds in specified notified zone. SEZ. SEZs में foreign company is just working for display of some rough diamonds, not taxable. Specifically, they have added this. I try maximum time to explain you conceptually, logically, but this is a part of the act. In case of business which all operations are not carried out in India, only such part of the income shall be deemed to accrue or arise in India as is attributable to India. Okay. I'll check up this. पहले ये बताओ, ये यहाँ तक clear है? फिर से एक बार. 5 cases where you don't have business connection and you don't have to pay the tax. You are doing business, you are a non-resident, you are doing business through independent broker. For just purchasing the goods from India, sharing news and views, shooting in India, and confined to rough diamonds business, that too in specified zone, SEZ and all. Okay? Not taxable. Huh. But if you are having an agent who does all purchases for you, or who holds the stock, or who is a sole agent, then through him you have established a business connection, you are liable to pay tax. I always, what I do, I explain the concept, one problem. अगर आप देख रहे हो या आगे भी देखोगे हाउस प्रॉपर्टी बिजनेस है. But for this, if I start giving questions, I'll have to copy the questions from my final book, जो मुझे नहीं करना. आ जाओ. Now, so sometimes what happens that foreign company are doing a part of their business in India. So should they pay tax on only that part? Yes. Income attributable to operations carried out in India. Income from advertisement targeting customers residing in India or accessing advertisement through IPA located in India. Like in I have my account in Insta. So if you open an Insta and laptop, right side some ads and sponsored are scrolling. So I go for that and I give my ad. So that ad is some foreign portal ke upar. So foreign people generating income through advertisement on their portal, very well taxable. Income from, I'll give you a nice example for this. Listen, a factual and correct example for advertisement. ध्यान से सुनो. My videos are huge, 2 hours, 3 hours. Now, learning, making notes, teaching, this is my job. Immediately after the video, this is sent by team to a technical person who will convert it, put titles and compress it, encrypt it, and then put it in the app or in YouTube wherever required. So these videos we can't send through Gmail and all, क्योंकि वो 25 जो भी technical उससे ज़्यादा है. It's a big thing. So I use some software for it. Now this software is foreign ka software. When I use the software to put my videos over there, some ads are popping up. So these ads company, whoever has given their ad, they are paying to that software, no? Are you getting the simple logic? So can I give Dipti Chheda's concept classes ad in the software? So whenever someone is transferring the video, they can get my ad and then they can click and come. If you see IPL, how each and every ad is important. हाँ, विकेट के बाद वाला एड्स तो सबसे कॉस्टली होगा. फर्स्ट आवर, सेकेंड आवर, final 15 minutes advertisement, the auctions are in crores of rupees. So like that, it is this example. Clear? अब आप पढ़ो, आपको समझ में आएगा. Income from advertisement targeting customers residing in India or assessing advertisement through IPA located in India. If anyone abroad is earning through advertisement and that advertisement is given by a client who is having IPA in India, very well taxable. Income from sale of data collected from a person residing in India, same. Income from sale of goods or services from a person who is having IPA in India. IPA का full form यहाँ लिख दो, Internet Protocol Address. So someone is earning in foreign country for selling goods or जैसे Zoom services and all. So Zoom is paying the tax in USA. So they can come out that 1,50,000 people from Indian protocol address, Internet Protocol address है, but they are logging in from India. So that much income they have to pay tax in India. Ma'am, how this will be taxed? Not in our syllabus. Same like business connection. Can we have professional connection? Already we solved problem for this, right? A London barrister earns $50,000 through a firm which is Delhi based, and income has been earned only through professional connection, and same will accrue or arise in India. I have a property in Delhi and there's a fight going on. I'm the owner of the property, but my neighbor is saying Mera hai. And to fight that, I have called one of the very experienced lawyer from London. He is giving 80% of services from London, but of course, the main hearing hogi, tribunal hoga. Tribunal is like a small family court. So London people will have to come. And the London lawyer or barrister, they call it, will have to come to India. So is this a professional connection in India between me and the London barrister? Yes. Should he pay tax in India? Yes. Right? Let me tell you, out of the way, you all have just cleared your foundation and started your studies. It's not that you can go in practice or you can go in job, taking up these cases of survey, raids, tribunal. Layman cannot do it. And this is one of the beautiful opening where CA firms, CAs, Big Four, all are taking up this work. Of course, but you need to become expert in any one field. That's why I'm saying don't learn with the objective of just getting 200 marks. ऐसे नहीं पढ़ना है. ठीक है? चलो. Tell me please one thing. Business connection hai, it's not there, and professional connection. Is it clear what I taught you now? I'll share the screen. If you have any doubt, ask. And after this past exam question, we have already done. Everything is clear except one homework. ये आपको करके आना है. I'll give you the totals and all tomorrow.
Okay.
It's like 2 minutes. You want to do it now? Shall we complete? Time is also there. So that tomorrow afresh we are starting with heads of income. And please be clear, I am not going to do salary because it's the first head of income. There's some way how you need to study heads of income. So till you get more comfortable with me another 8-10 days, I'm going to start with second head of income from house property tomorrow.
Mom, tomorrow is Sunday.
हाँ tomorrow मतलब मंडे. संडे को क्लास नहीं लेते, कभी भी नहीं होगी बेटा, होनी भी नहीं चाहिए. So please no, let us, why not? We have 10 minutes time I am giving you. I want everyone to do it in the notebook and tell me the answer. I am here only. I am here only. Karo. Start karo. Do it in the notebook and tell me the answer.
Mom? Shit. Mom? Dipti mom?
Yeah, tell me, what is the doubt?
Mom, can we do this as homework and leave for now?
It's 10 minutes. Time is there. Let us, I thought, finish it and check the answers also and close this topic. No, then. You want a break now? Is it?
Yes, mom. Everybody.
Take. No problem.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. We'll continue on Monday with house property. कभी कभी ना मैं भूल जाऊंगी कि house property flow में, तो promise me you will remind me, ma'am, please check the answer of that question. ठीक है? And
Yes,
no
ma'am.
one should do it orally. उधर ही टिक टिक करके. मैम तो बहुत टिक टिक करते हैं क्लास में. मैम ने 25 साल पहले सीए की एग्जाम क्लियर कर ली. I want you all to do it in the notebook with stopwatch to have the beautiful mindset of knowledge and speed in exam. Right? Okay.
Yes,
That's all for today. See you all. Chalo. Bye.
thank you, mom.